back then wasn't a lot different than now. An all-star game back then, actual defense was played. Deadlift, and you
Yes.
were winning each other.
Yes, it was much, much different. We went out for blood. I'm telling you, I mean, and there was a rivalry between the East and the West in the All-Star game. And see, there were only 8, 9 teams. And you realize that we played each other all the time, but there was none of this stepping aside and letting somebody go in and dunk, or, you know, you took your life in your hands when you went in to dunk. I mean, you better be ready. That's what broke my hand. You know, I broke my arm, cost me a scoring championship one year. You know, I drove up the lane in the middle of going up for a layup. I wasn't going to dunk, I was just going up for a layup. This fella just waited on me, and when I left my feet, he just ducked over like this. I hit him and threw me up into the second row in the bleachers and broke my arm. I mean, the All-Star game was for blood. I'm telling you, and we went out to win, and everybody, I think today they probably look at it more as 3 days off and go out and have fun. We didn't look at it that way.
Scott?
We see you at a lot of the games. Obviously, you still love to follow basketball. What do you like about basketball today? What don't you like?
About college basketball? Or just about basketball? Well, you know, I don't know. I kind of live in the past, and I like the way the game was played. I think it, you know, I think it was an incredible, in our league, there was a great dedication to defense, to playing together, to passing the ball, moving it around. But having said that, I enjoy the college game very much. I love to watch LSU play. I like the three-point shot. You know, I think that's added a lot of excitement to the game. These guys hit threes like it's nothing. You know, I watched a guy from Oklahoma came in here, and he drilled 6 or 7 in a row at the end of the game. Just boom, boom, and all over him. People right in his lap, and he was still drilling them. And, you know, that's exciting. We lost the game because of that, but yet that's what the three-point shot, with these guys, the way they shoot it today. And I enjoy the game. I enjoy the talent. The players are bigger and stronger. There are more of them, talented. You know, when I was at LSU, I started front line was probably, you know, 6'9", 6'5", 6'2". You know, what is it today? 6'10", 6'9", 6'9". You know, I mean, these guys, and they jump through they jump through the roof. So I think today there's more talent out there, but I still like the way it was when I played. I enjoyed that.
Sheldon?
Did you live very far from Jimmy Taylor? I mean, it's kind of funny. I know you're a couple of years older. But
Yeah, I'm 4 years older than Jim.
two guys, one in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, one in the
Well,
football area.
and growing up, I don't know. He was at Baton Rouge High, right? I left one year, and he came that year. So I didn't know Jimmy well, particularly then. I've gotten to know him well lately, he and Helen well lately. And it's ironical that in New Orleans, I lived on Cleveland Avenue, Cleveland Place, and there was a turn up next to the levee by the lake. And I owned a lot to build on right here. Across the street was Davy Witzel. Next to him was Jimmy Taylor. And across from Jimmy was Pete Maravich. we all lived within a block of each other. I never built a house. I found a house I live in and moved there instead, but we all owned lots right. They lived right there. So yeah, we were pretty, at one time we lived very close together.
One more, Glenn.
How good were those two Baton Rouge High teams that you got cut?
The Baton Rouge,
Wait, Ned, how good were
the Baton Rouge High team you got cut from. How good was it? If you got
they
cut.
were decent, not very good. The coach never, ever lived that down. He heard,
Is that Coach Floyd? Is that Coach Floyd?
no, that was Kenner Day. Kenner Day was the coach that. But you know, in all fairness, I was devastated to get cut. But in all fairness, I was struggling and didn't have a lot of coordination and stumbling around probably, and hadn't grown much. So I can, I still hated it, but I'm not critical of him for doing it in any way.
How tall were you back then when you got cut?
Well, I got cut as a sophomore in high school, so I'm going to say I was 6'2", probably, Then I started growing and getting coordination. As a junior, I was probably 6'4", and as a senior, 6'5" or 6'6", and then I grew another inch or two when I got to LSU as a freshman. I kept growing. I'm telling you, it's been a great advantage for me.